Sup, my friends, and welcome back to the Dragon's Lair. This is the Taoist Dragon of the Epic Peeps fam, but you can call me Toasty, and hi. Sorry, yeah, I don't know. Life? Okay, yeah, I don't quite know how to start this. But I just wanted to check in with everybody, like I periodically do. And, well, just been thinking about stuff. That's that's sort of like my MO here on the Taoist Toasty show. But yeah, I don't know. So I was just watching some old videos of mine. Particularly, I was watching one of the Floor is Lava videos. I just saw just how much fun I was having, and I want to go back to that. That's why I'm making this video. I miss that energy, you know? And I feel bad. And I've had videos about this. I just go back and forth and all that good stuff. Ultimately, I'm scared to pursue one thing fully because I'm just worried that that won't work out. And that has split over to YouTube. YouTube has been one of the things I've done the most consistently, but in like the past year or so, it's been hard for me to find the time to record, and it's not because I have other things going on. I had some more free time, and it was still hard for me to get back into habit. And ultimately, that just comes down to me. And I feel bad about that because there's a lot of things that I liked about YouTube and doing it and making Let's Plays and all that good stuff. Because I've known in the past I've said that I was thinking of switching off, going back on. I'm just terribly inconsistent. And I'm only going to bring this up because I feel it's related and also because I want to address it. But, like, I have noticed it eating into views and stuff. Well, I say I notice it pertaining to this being inconsistent. Yeah, it's because I stopped uploading as much, and then I just didn't upload sometimes. And, like, I try to do the 3 days a week, and I can't even follow that. And most of the time, I end up saying I can't. And it's just ultimately because when I have the time to record or edit or whatever, I just don't. And I get caught up in, like, what is it? These. I'm trying to think of a word. It's not a rut, but that's all that's coming into my mind right now. It's like a groove. There we go. Get stuck in these grooves where I'll be doing one thing or another, like working out or learning a language, playing a video game, and that's just where my attention goes to that for a brief period. That's why I also brought up that YouTube is one of the things I've done the most consistently because I did it for a few years. I'm not quitting YouTube. I'm just going to say that flat out. I know I've said that before. It's just I have to address the elephant in the room for myself, which is I know I have just been really bad about uploads and also just kind of I feel a little bit I don't know, scary is the only thing I can think of. I don't think I'm scary, but in terms of like say if you like a series on my channel or a let's play on my channel, and then I'm like, I want to stop doing let's plays. So it's like if you like specific content, because I do so much, again, because it's hard for me to stick to one thing, I want to experience as much as I can. So I just jump from one thing to another. My channel just ends up becoming this jumbled mess in a way that completely matches my personality, because I am very jumbled. I hope I'm not that much of a mess, but I'm going to have to try to keep this concise, because I am going to not edit this. The major point of this video, as I said earlier, is I want to go back to what I was doing before. I want that energy back. And I don't want to, like, worry you guys or whatever. Like, I have always said in this channel, I was doing vlogs, skits, and let's plays. And that is what I'm going to be doing. I don't know what I need to do to get myself to do it. So yeah, but I don't want to keep on apologizing for broken promises. I know I've said that before, because again, this is a repeating pattern. And ultimately it just comes down to it's hard to describe. I never really looked at myself because I was scared to look at what I want. But that ultimately comes down to I don't know what I want to do. And that's not just with YouTube, that's with life. Well, yeah. I guess that's not completely true. It's just. Okay, I'll say it. I don't want you guys to worry about me. I'm not going to do anything about it. But ultimately, I just don't want anything from life. I don't know exactly the reason for that. I think part of it was just being depressed as a kid and then feeling like the things that I was going to get or wanted to get from life, I never would. So ultimately, I just gave up on life. And I just jumped from one thing to another without really committing, because I was afraid to commit. And ultimately, I just felt like it was pointless. And it's a battle with myself, because there's a part of me that really just does want to go out there and try and make these things work. And then there's that part of me that's just like, there's no point. And those are at ends, and I don't know exactly what makes me just want to. I don't know. I don't know how to word it, is the thing. It's a very spiritual mindset. So, I know I don't say much about it on the channel. I have had some videos, I had some meditation videos, which is why. The reason why I made things like that, the reason why my channel is named something like Taoist Dragons, because I'm a spiritual person. So the best way to describe it is I don't want to die, I just don't want to live. But I also do want to live. I am very much at odds with myself. Okay. And the only reason why I'm bringing all of this up, because even though it's kind of confusing, it's confusing to myself too. It's the reasons why I haven't been uploading. It's the reasons why I'm having a hard time staying consistent, even though I have the time to do it. Nothing else is stopping me but myself. I'm my own worst enemy. But it's hard to navigate that, because there's the part of me that really wants to just go back to doing let's plays and things. And then there's a part of me that I just get sucked into a game because that's the groove I'm in. So yeah. That's the long story. And to summarize, I want to get back into my YouTube thing, because I miss you guys. I miss doing social media and everything. And I'm realizing, because of just how I hop between stuff, series is hard for me to do. Another thing I know is that I've had more series than I should have. Just like go up in smoke. One of them is Outer Worlds recently. I did a poll on that. It's exactly for this reason. I realized that series is hard for me to do, and that the Outer Worlds series was dragging, and I couldn't see myself being able to pull it off. And I am not finishing it. I don't have plans to finish it at the moment because I want to do a clean slate. I know that those ongoing series are hard for me. Even a game as short as Resident Evil was hard for me to finish that. And I don't want that. I don't want all these unfinished things. I find that I do better with series that are just open ended. Like, say, Gmod, and doing things like Prop Hunt. Because I could have one video on that, I could have 100 videos on that. And pretty much I can put a stopping point when I feel like that's a good stopping point. Series like that are easier for me, and it's also easier for me to pull off with only doing like 3 videos a week. So that's ultimately where my focus is going to be. But like longer series, I've always had a fascination with those, and I hope to do them again at some point, but I have to address some things with myself to even think about doing those again. Right now, I want to do more open ended series and focus on other parts of the channel. Like, I'm writing scripts to have the return of Jackhammer and animated projects. I want to make those come to life because that's just as much of a passion as mine as video games. And that's ultimately what I want this channel to be. I want it to be about my passions because if I'm doing something I'm passionate with, I'm hoping that will bring out your passions and give you some hope to do the things that you're passionate about. I feel right now is a uh, good time to do so. I'm going to bring this up mostly because, again, the theme of this video, I feel like it's just important to bring up. I just want to preface this by saying I'm not whining or anything. The channel has been very spotty with its views. Some videos have been doing really well, and others have just been doing very bad. The constant is that the views are rather low, and I'm not complaining about that because I know it's me. I need to be better with how I'm uploading, how I'm social mediating, and all that good stuff. And also just giving you the content that you enjoy. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm looking at my videos, I'm looking at the ones that get the views and the engagements and which ones don't. Like, longer series don't tend to because I feel, one, I drag them on, and two, they don't necessarily get the best views. Like, the first video will get quite a bit, and then the ones after that, because it's a build up, so you have to watch the first video. So when a person coming onto the channel, like, say, the first time sees, like, part 5 of the story based game, they're not going to watch it. They might watch it eventually, but like right away they don't watch it. So longer series just don't do well, especially if you drag them on, which I have. And yeah, so just keeping that in mind, seeing the stuff that does perform well and doing more of that, like How to Dance Good performs well, vlogs tend to perform well. You know, at the end of the day, I just want us to be enjoying this content, and I want to be doing content again. I just need to get back in the groove, which I've said before. And I feel ultimately that's just going to come with me kicking my butt and actually getting back into the groove. I have school coming up. I will be going to school next semester. So staying with the 3 videos just makes sense to me. And in that spirit, I gotta be producing the content that is most enjoyed by everybody. And therefore, I don't have any long video game series planned. I just am planning to play more with the Epic Peeps and doing just like goofy random stuff in between me working on the bigger projects that I want to like write scripts for and actually produce a little bit higher quality. Okay, this video has gone on for a while. If you've watched it all, thank you so much. Just know I I am really sorry that I've fallen off the map because you guys are important to me and I feel like I've just dropped the ball. You know, I spread myself too thin because I'm trying to get all this stuff in. But I get like attached to all these communities and it comes from a good place because I just want to see all these people succeed. I want to see everybody succeed, but also means that I become that person that says like one or two things on a post and then like on a chat room or whatever, and that's it, and that makes me feel crappy because for one there's the kind of person that does that and they're just trying to get views for themselves. I don't want to be confused with that. That's not why I'm doing this. And another, it's just because I do get attached to all the people that I met along the way, and I want to make sure that they're doing well. I don't want them to feel like I've forgotten about them. So I am very much focused right now on going back to a central community, realizing that I need to stop spreading myself thin and focusing so I can really give that support that I want to. And yeah, okay, this video has gone on for too long. Thank you so much for listening to my rant, and you stay amazing.